Standard 8.EE.8 is about systems of equations. There's actually 3 standards within one, and basically they include problems where you're just finding the solution. You can be finding it through graphing, or you can find it algebraically through either using substitution or elimination. And then there's problems that also deal with real-world situations. So we're going to start with problem number 5. Number 5, the total cost C of belonging to 2 different school clubs for M months is shown on the graph. What is the solution of the system? And then explain what it means in this situation. Well, the solution is just the point where the 2 lines cross. So here. And that would be at the point 4, 125. 4 came from the x-coordinate, and 125 came from the y-coordinate. And we also see that 4 is represented by the number of months, and $125 is represented for the cost. And so what this means is that at 4 months, the cost is the same for soccer and band at $125. Number 9, solve the system of equations by graphing and write the solution. So we're going to solve this by graphing. These are both in the form of y equal mx plus b. So I'm going to look at each of these lines. Let's start with this first one. For this first equation, y equal x minus 4, m, the number in front of x, is 1. And b, the number that's by itself, the constant, is negative 4. Well, we know that we start at b is negative 4, so we start here. The y-intercept is on the y-axis. And then we have a slope of 1. And just a reminder, if the slope is 1, we could always write it over 1 as a fraction. So that would be rise over run. So let's go up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, all the way across this coordinate plane we're given, and then draw a line through your points. Now we're going to do the same process for this second equation. We're going to identify the slope. M is 1/3, that's the number times x. And then the y-intercept, it doesn't have a number behind x or a number by itself. But what we know is if we add 0, that because of the identity property, anytime you add 0 to a number, it stays the same. So that means this must be 0 for the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is 0, which tells us that that equation is going to be a proportional relationship. Now our slope, 1/3, that would be a rise of 1, so we're going to go up because it's positive, and then run of 3 means we're going to go right because it's positive, and so we go up 1, right 3, up 1, right 3. That's the same thing as going the opposite direction, 1 down, 3 left. If we do both of them as opposites, then it comes out the same. So from the starting point, go down 1, left 3, and draw a line through your points. Now we want to know the solution, and it's right here. The point where the lines cross is at 6, 2, and so that would be the solution, 6, 2. Number 11, we're going to solve the system of equations, and we could use any method, but since we've got them both in y equals, let's use substitution. It would be the simplest to set this problem up. So they're both already in y equals. So if I were to take that second equation and I just write it down, y equal negative 1/4 x plus 2. I could substitute from the first equation the value of y, which is 4x plus 2, in place of y in that equation, the second equation. So I'm going to do that here. I'm going to replace y with its value, 4x plus 2. And so what I end up with is an equation that has just one variable, x. And all we did was use substitution. So now we're going to solve. I've got an x term on both sides of the equation, so I'm going to get rid of one of those. We're going to get rid of this negative 1/4 x by adding 1/4 x to both sides of the equation. 4x plus 1/4 x is 4 1/4 x, and I'm just going to go ahead and change it to the decimal, 4.25x, and bring everything down. And we've got a little two-step equation. Let's get rid of, we want to get this term 4.25x by itself. So let's get rid of this positive 2 by subtracting 2. What we do to one side, we do to the other. And so we've got 4.25x equals 0. And then divide both sides by 4.25. We're running out of space. And we get that x is 0. Now we know the value of x. We've done most of our work. We're going to go back and write down either one of those first two original equations. I'm going to pick the top one. And we will once again substitute. This time we're going to plug in x, which is 0, and solve for y. So 4 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. And we get that x is 0, y is 2, and that is answer choice A. Number 12, solve the system of equations algebraically. Explain your method. So we could either use substitution or elimination, but since these are stacked up already, where you have your x terms one above the other, and you have your y terms one above the other equal the constants one above the other, then this problem is going to be easiest solved using elimination. And so looking at your x and your y terms, you could think for a minute which one would be easiest to eliminate. But if I were to just go ahead and add these equations together, notice that the y terms, I have a negative 3y plus 3y. Those are just opposites of each other, and when we add them, they cancel out. So we end up with 2x plus x, which is 3x, equal 5 plus 7, which is 12. And then divide both sides by 3 to get that x is 4. And so we found x very quickly using elimination, especially in this problem since it was already set up where all you had to do was add them. Now, once again, to find y, we choose either of these two equations. I'm going to choose the second equation, and I'm going to plug in the value for x, which is 4. And we're going to solve for y. So I want to get this y term by itself. So I'm going to get rid of 4 by subtracting 4 from both sides of the equation. And I get 3y equal 3. Then divide both sides by 3 to get y is 1. So the solution is 4, 1. And the method that we used elimination by adding. Both equations. The y terms eliminated.